detachment is something that we find in many different philosophies. And it is not about not having any ideas of what you want to manifest. It's not about having any ideas of what you would like to see. Doesn't mean never having plans. It means allowing for the fluidity that life does always bring to us. So if you are trying something and it is not serving you, why would you continue doing it? If there is something that you know that does serve you, why would you not utilize it? So that's the concept here. So let's take this into prayer, because prayer is the place where we can align our thinking. We can align our understanding of who and whose we are so that we can more fully enjoy the experience of our life as we co-create it. So let's take this into prayer now. Soften your gaze or close your eyes, whichever is safe and comfortable for you to do. Allow yourself to be fully present to this moment. Put aside anything that came before or anything that you imagine will come after. And just be here now. Allow yourself to feel the support of whatever it is that's beneath you. Allow yourself to feel as if you were a tree and you could feel the roots go deep into the earth, gaining that support and gaining that sustenance, and allowing yourself to rise up into the boughs of the tree, having all of this goodness just flowing into and as you. That is what we do when we align with our spiritual nature. I allow myself to feel the connection, to feel how I am rooted in strength, but recognizing that I am always here to grow, to expand, to be more. Not to be more than who I am, but to be more fully who I am. And so just as a tree will take in all of the energy from the sun, using it to create what it needs, it continues to do that, and it brings about all these leaves and blossoms and such. But when it comes time for the winter, when it comes time for this tree to be more dormant, when it comes time for this tree to support itself in a different way, it closes off those connections to those leaves and it allows them to drop, because they will no longer serve at that point in the tree's life. When it is time, the tree will bring that back, will open up, will blossom. And so I see my life in exactly the same way. I see it that there is this ebb and flow of things that I need in my life that are important to me, that provide a benefit. And then there are things that either do not provide any benefit whatsoever or no longer provide that benefit. I think of ways in which I needed to protect myself when I was younger. I recognize now that I am not that young child who is in such danger. I remember what that felt like, but I do not carry that fear forward. I do not carry that limitation forward. I know what it was like when I was addicted. And I knew how, at that time, I believed that I needed the alcohol and drugs to be able to survive. But when I realized that all I was doing was poisoning myself. It was time to release, time to let go, time to surrender those things that no longer served, never served. What became so important to my life as I released those things that did not serve was being able to accept and celebrate and make a part of my everyday life those things that do serve. So being able to surrender is not about giving up. It's about eliminating what is not of benefit and using what is of benefit. So how do I do this in my daily life? I look at how I approach a situation. I look at how I approach a conversation. I look at how I approach an individual. I look at how I approach the news itself. How do I want to view this? How do I want to take in or reject, accept or release? I decide what is going to be of value to me, what is going to enable me to be who and whose I truly am, what is going to enable me to bring about my role as the place where the light and the love of God shines in this world. It's not through fear. It's not through anger. It's not through exclusion. No, it's from my faith, my belief, my holding true to the idea that we are all one. The idea that loving someone is far more important than judging them. Recognizing that discernment is not judgment. Recognizing that there are so many things that can make my life so much better. And in making my life better, they make the life better of all those around me. And so by thinking of the principles that I hold dear, recognizing how much they provide for me, my goal today and every day, but especially today, is to make sure that I am open to all of the goodness that I have within, that I am open to be truly that channel through which the light and the love of God does indeed shine in this world. Being this representative of the divine in my unique way, with my own unique style, my own unique words, my own unique way of being. That is something that I need to employ because each of us is unique. Each brings something that no one else in this world ever could or ever will. And so holding to that and knowing that my way of expressing that truth can change, that I can change, that I can grow, I can learn more, I can question more. Never becoming so poised on one particular aspect or one particular perspective, but being open and willing to learn and willing to explore. That allows me to more fully accept the truth of who and whose I am. And in doing so, providing a far greater ability for me to share that goodness, to share that joy throughout the world. As grandiose as that might sound, it is indeed true. If each and every one of us, just for one day, were able to love rather than fear, we're able to love rather than hate, We're able to love rather than to exclude. Think of what the world would be like. And so today, I hold in my heart the intention to surrender those things that no longer serve, to surrender to those things which do indeed serve, allowing me to be more fully who and whose I am. And so this is my prayer today, and my prayer for myself and my prayer for each and every one of us, that we live our lives as fully as possible. And so knowing that this word has gone into law, and the law says, yes, absolutely. And I'm not asking for anything. I am opening to truth. I am accepting truth. I am surrendering to truth. And I affirm that by saying, Amen, Ashe, and so it is. Hello, Wayne. Good to see you. Namaste to you as well. All right, folks. Before I run out of time, I just want to say thank you for being here. If you're hearing this at some other time, thank you for tuning in. And by all means, please know without a doubt, at all times, hold this to your heart. You are loved and you are loved. I'll see you soon. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network, come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings.